From the town squares to the digital streets, we got one sacred right that nobody defeats. It's the fire in our veins, the roar in our soul, freedom of speech, making America whole. Listen up, brothers and sisters, gather around the flame. The First Amendment's calling, shouting out our name. Congress should make no law, that's the promise we hold. No chains on our words, no stories left untold. Religion free to worship, no state telling you how. Assemble in the streets, petition right here and now. Press running wild and fearless, speaking truth to the throne. And every single voice gets to stand on its own. Freedom of speech, let it ring out loud and clear. The First Amendment standing tall, year after year. We won't be silenced, we won't be muzzled or tamed. This Constitution's our shield, forever untamed. From the mountains to the prairies, from sea to shining sea, we defend this sacred right. It's what sets us free. God bless the USA, where the truth can still be told. Freedom of speech, forever. Bold, brave, and bold. Five pillars standing strong, holding up the sky. Religion, speech, press, assembly, petition. That's why no government boot on our neck, no overreach in sight. The founders wrote it ironclad to keep the power right. They knew tyrants would come, try to twist and control. But these words in the parchment protect every soul. From the farmer in the field to the factory hand, your voice is your weapon across this blessed land. Freedom of speech, let it ring out loud and clear. The First Amendment's standing tall, year after year. We won't be silenced, we won't be muzzled or tamed. This Constitution's our shield, forever untamed. From the mountains to the prairies, from sea to shining sea, we defend this sacred right. It's what sets us free. God bless the USA, where the truth can still be told. Freedom of speech, forever. Bold, brave, and bold. They'll try to cancel, they'll try to shadow ban, label hate speech what they don't understand. Big tech, big government, colluding in the dark. But we got the First Amendment, lighting up the spark. No law can gag the preacher, no rule can hush the crowd, no censor can drown the patriot shouting proud. This ain't just paper, it's blood, sweat, and fight. The heartbeat of liberty. of liberty ringing. First Amendment strong. America forever. God bless the USA.
All right, everybody, welcome. Let's get the mic down here. There we go. Welcome, everybody. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth right here on StarShip Adventures. I'd like to welcome everybody tonight. This is our normal Wednesday night edition. I've gone on just a few minutes early. We had two PDS tornadoes about 20 minutes ago, and I was coming on live because I thought we might have some crazy weather action, but not so much. It kind of dissipated a little bit, so that's cool. I've got the alarms for the radar turned down to about half, so you'll still hear them, but they won't be all that loud. Now, I'm trying to follow a bunch of different storm chasers here. Jaden Pepperheim just went off, but he's one of the best ones. I'm trying to, he was right near there, so I'm trying to see if maybe he'll come back. So we're going to give that a few minutes. But yeah, here we go. This is what we do here. If you guys are new to StarShip Adventures, we come on every night at 9 p.m. Eastern, where we cover what's going on in the world. Tonight, on the Sights and Sounds of Earth, the upper right is going to be an anti-ice protest that's going on in Los Angeles. I'm trying to get more on that. The video I'm getting here does not have much in the way of information. A lot of people don't do descriptions and keywords or any of that. And then they're the same ones that wonder why their channel never goes anywhere. But anyway, so I don't know exactly what's going on, but that is a live protest that's going on somewhere right now. The upper center one, that's Delaney Hall. Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey, where there's an active protest going on of about 7 or 8 angry liberals out there protesting against law and order and our own sovereignty of our country. And they're out there protesting for people who broke in illegally and against the people who swore to protect us and go to work every day to do just that. So kind of confused individuals, I guess, but hey, what are you going to do? It's an anti-American protest. Upper left. That is that's some looped video up there that it's playing live from the TV station, but they're showing you what happened earlier. They've just about got it completely under control now. The top screen is from a TV station, and they're showing you both live and they're showing you what happened in the last 2 hours. This is a large fire in LA, and I do have some more information on that. This is in Boyle Heights. Boyle Heights. That sounds like a crazy name. A dramatic fire involving solar panels erupted Wednesday. Wow, green energy burns down another building. That's awesome. A dramatic fire involving solar panels. A dramatic fire involving something that the left did erupted Wednesday afternoon on a commercial building in the Boyle Heights area of Los Angeles, sending a massive black column of smoke into the air above. The only reason I make a big deal about that is because after these hurricanes, all these electric cars exploded and burned down a shitload of houses and hurt people and everything else. And so, and these windmills are like coming apart and the birds and everything else. And now we got solar panels sparking and catching fire to the woods, and now catching fire to buildings even. This was a large commercial structure fire. The inferno began shortly after 2:30 p.m. local time. That's 5:30 p.m. here Eastern, at the cold storage facility at the 1400 block of South Los Palos Street. Los Angeles Fire Department firefighters were initially in offensive mode and for a time seemed to have gotten the upper hand on the flames. The fire later flared up again in a major way, however, sending the firefighters into a defensive mode. Somebody screwed up. probably some accelerant or some gas or some oxygen or something in there fed the fire at some point, and that's why they ended up losing it afterwards. All units were called off the roof and out of the interior, according to LAFD. The shelter-in-place order was issued for the immediate area surrounding the building due to hazardous materials. City officials are asking everyone who lives in these areas near the factory, and that's going to be north of Halliburton Avenue, south of Golden State 5 Freeway, east of Soto Street, and west of South Indian Street. If you live in that area, you are ordered to shelter in place. They're advising you to go in your house, turn off your air conditioner, and bring your pets inside. Yeah. If I went inside and turned off my air conditioner, we would all die in about 2 hours of being stifled to death in the heat. City officials, let's see here, an advisory was also issued for areas surrounding the shelter-in-place zone. At least 2 water-dropping helicopters were there dropping water on the thing. Los Angeles Police Department has reportedly gone on tactical alert due to this fire. All nearby freeways remain open, but traffic is flowing slowly, and city officials encourage all drivers to avoid unnecessary travel anywhere near this area. No injuries yet have been reported. The cause of the fire is under investigation. For live updates, Eyewitness 7 ABC out of LA is where I got all this, and they are up covering it. All right. And that's the CBS affiliate that we've got up on the upper left up there. All right, and the one right above me here, that's live. Those are 2 different live shots where they're still working on cooling and ventilating that building. And of course, like I said, the upper shot right there, you've got what happened before, and now you've got what's happening now in the larger box. All right, so there you go. That's it. And then we've got all the storm chasers all the way around. Let's take a look at the weather. What a crazy day weather-wise, guys. Just to show you where we're at, here's the outlook for this afternoon. Look at this. Down here, we've got a 2 out of 5 for New Orleans and all that, because that's where that tropical storm is going to be coming on shore. That's the A storm. And you can see where it's down here now. It's forecast in the next forecast to come on shore and turn back into a tropical storm, and then eventually a tropical depression. So there you go. It's Arthur is the name of this one. Tropical Storm Arthur. Currently 1,000 millibars, 40 mile an hour rotational speed. And that's about it. It won't be a hurricane too much, or I'm sorry, it won't be a tropical storm too much longer. All right, the other area of concern tonight is this whole area here. So everywhere in the yellow could expect some bad weather tonight. The orange and, of course, the red, an uptick. Let's zoom into this area here. Look at this, Illinois and Indiana. This includes the greater Indianapolis, Indiana metro, and it also includes a number of others, including Decatur, Springfield, and different towns all around Illinois and Indiana, including Urbana, Illinois. Now, this is a 4 out of 5. It's not the highest level, but it's getting close. I would watch out for this one if you're in this area. It's not an end of the world thing, but it could be pretty bad. Now, look at this. Look at our storm chasers, guys. They're all in front of this one. We're trying to get an intercept going here. We have 9 storm chasers. We have 9 storm chasers out here, out in front of this one. So let's take a look at this thing on the. And guys, I hate to say this 3 nights in a row, but I feel like shit tonight. I feel really bad tonight, so I'm probably going to call this a little early. We'll see how it goes. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. I feel like shit. All right, so here we go. They're all getting in position. We do have a couplet here. Not a great one, but a couplet nevertheless. This is probably going to shave just north of Effingham, or Effingham if you're from the south. If you're from England, it's Effingham. But either way, this one is going to be coming right just above Effingham. It's in there. Probably this one right here. Yeah, there it is. See, it's coming up now. That it just updated. Yeah, that's it right there. So Effingham, it may go right through. I'm not sure. All right, let me see what I can find, guys. Effingham. Let me see if I can get some scanners up for Effingham. What the F? Effingham. Effingham. Add feed. U.S. Illinois. Jasper. All right, I'm adding feeds, guys. Bear with me. There is none. All right, I've got 3 of the 4 counties this is in up on the scanner. All the scanners are on the left ear.
We're at the St. Genevieve Riverboat parking lot. St. Genevieve Riverboat parking lot. This is a red Dodge Ram. B-Boy plate 441-4374. 441-4374 B-Boy plate.
Hey, brother. Stone.
441-4374.
All right, let's get some sights and sounds here.
4374 B-Boy, clear vet 2015 Ram pickup. Your status?
Starship.
10-4.
All right, the upper center, that's on the right ear. And I've got scanner feeds from this tornado in the left ear.
Did you know that there's a farm place right now because got these tracking evidence, so they don't want to go out there to farm and get our fish investigate. take it down to get too big.
Run
Then the ones back there
racing
put you
fast
forward,
or anything,
okay,
but
well, I was like, Outbreak, and all
the
that.
driver of one of the rollover trucks got a leg swelling up right now,
But you know that
and he'd like to get it checked out.
That's delivering that. Think of that. This you know. Right. What's that? What's that? This you know that birds on your back is made by immigrants. Trees, right? And immigrants not even in this country. That's the truth.
We choose unity over division. We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts.
That's right. According to liberals, it's the truth that's important, not the facts. To them, facts and truth are two different things. You heard it right there out of the dickhead's mouth. Truth and facts are two different things. You know, they got their truth and the facts don't really matter. But that's the left. Let's see here.
Westbound 290 at Harlem at 19:55 hours.
And go ahead and see vehicle description.
Silver Chevy sedan, Frank Tom 41233, Frank Tom 41233.
Not good. Not good at all.
That's Jaden Pepperheim. Stand by. He's right here. He's the first one in line for this thing. He says he's got a large tornado.
We got trees here. Not good.
There we go. It's observed. There we go. That's an observed tornado. There's your yin and your yang. And here's our storm chaser heading right into it.
Current number 3413.
2330, that's what they say, large tornado.
Where's it at? I got freaking trees. Come on.
Northwest side of Effingham. Northwest side of Effingham.
It's now an observed tornado.
There it is. Shit, not good. Yeah, there it is. Big tornado.
Now 4.
Throwing the drone up here. Come on, drone. Come on, drone. Get in the air. Get in the air, drone.
All right, he's putting his drone up, guys. This might be really good. Stand by. There it goes. Drone's away.
Number 3413. Wanted to exit something and looting. H90 westbound of Harlem. 1955. Wanted to exit something and looting. H90 westbound of Harlem. 1955.
Okay, got it on the drone.
Silver Chevrolet sedan. Silver Chevrolet sedan. F. Frank T. Tom 41233. F. Frank T. Tom 41233. 1028. Chrisland,
Okay, I've got it on the drone. It's still in progress.
755 Elizabeth, Chicago. 1212 Chevrolet sedan.
Oh, sorry, stand by.
Driver female, black, long hair.
It's no longer
Female,
fully
black, long hair.
condensed. There's still a
Has
ground
1890
circulation, a
Harlem.
little bit of debris field.
30
Nothing
first part,
groundboard.
23
It's pretty rapid.
Take place to
Look, guys, that's from the drone.
I'll be right up next to it. I see the cones in this town.
Still.
Dropping south of the green up?
Still in progress.
Crossing down the interstates.
260, go ahead.
Mega and try and get it near Congress.
So we got 80, open back up. We're going to be relocating
Can
the
confirm it's
Patrol
still
yard
in
here shortly.
progress. It's acting
Right,
like
yeah.
it wants to fully condense again. It's kind of reaching down a little bit.
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, whoa. Those are some wild ground vortices right there. Okay, it's getting stronger. Can confirm it's
The
getting a
Pittsburgh
little stronger.
7757.
How close to 57 is it, Jim?
7757.
Unsure. Looks like still west. Okay, this thing's getting stronger now.
It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It's 6 miles to 57.
7th Adam.
Right behind the trees here. We can't go any further west because this is my escape route. Here it is on the drone. Tornado's still in progress. Okay, it's
It's coming down like it wants to be a
Can't
wedge.
go any further west because this is my escape route. Here it is on the drone. Tornado's still in progress. Okay, it's fully condensing again, guys.
Charlie 1.
I'm going to open this up.
Penalty.
I don't think they're up to the weather.
Wow, look at that tube.
This is going to come right down on top of him.
It's getting wild. Oh, wow, look at the vortices. North side of the ambient intersection. Oh,
Look at that shot we're getting. Holy shit.
still in progress. Definitely lofting debris, power flashes. You got power flashes right now.
I'm in a rough spot here because I have to go all the way to Montrose on the interstate. And if I don't beat it, I'm going to get freaking hit. Yeah, man, I'm right behind you guys.
There's coming at us. Oh, okay. Fully condensing again, coming all the way back down. This thing's starting to look wicked here. It's gaining strength right now.
They just put a PDS designation on it. It's now a particularly dangerous situation.
My goodness.
PDS designation.
Fully condensed did some crazy stuff. Maybe a couple miles to my northwest. Maybe.
Look at it. There we getting some shots of it now.
It's about 3 miles northwest of the water tower.
All right. Now we're talking. Look at this, guys. We got 3 shots of this, including a drone. National Weather Service has issued a particularly dangerous situation alert for this tornado. It's also observed. It's also been, there is a ground disturbance underneath it. So one would argue it's been on the ground already.
Okay, trees are limiting the circulation.
Look at that. It's definitely on the ground.
And it looks like it may have just shredded a building as well. Large debris field.
The tornado touching down now north of Peter.
It's got to be getting close to 57.
If it stays on the
It's
trail,
pushing
I'm
pretty
gonna
much
be
towards the sea right now. It's just north of 70.
Oh my God.
Copy. I'm going through Woodbury right now. No visual.
9. Mr. Unit Troop 9.
Okay, yeah, it's a large debris field.
Tornado on the ground.
Okay, it's got some
On the
intense
ground.
vortices.
Spotted now.
Rapidly orbiting.
Spotted now. North of Dietrich. North of Dietrich.
All right, this is live continuing coverage. We've got a tornado that is forming just north of Effingham. And that's in Illinois, just north of Effingham, Illinois. And we've got storm chasers Jaden Pepperheim, Richard Sample, and Adam Lucio on the scene right in front of this thing.
Fire advice, the vehicle is headed towards
It's going to come right over these trees. It's gone back up in the cloud now briefly, but still a strong couplet on the radar.
Here 30.
Okay, here it comes again.
Close range? Extreme close range. It's strong. Just to the left of me right now. Okay, it's walking.
Control Unit 87757. Control Unit 87757.
Be sure to roll a mask block. Just trying to raise up.
Got a large tree down across the road, as well as some power line and
It's a cutters out. Just north of 70. It's about to cross 70. Right behind me.
I got 2.10 miles so I can get off the interstate. I can't see the freaking slow semis. I'm literally racing against it right now. If I can't make it enough to drive the opposite way up the interstate. It is not fully condensed, but it's still on the ground. Large debris field. Pilot 20 on I-70 right now. Yeah, I got a brief glimpse of it.
Right on top of us.
1627. Crazy Frank, I rather pay out and choose either I out or here. I rather Nikki, or I out or Vicky.
You have a report from an officer, tornado near the park, tornado near the park,
0311 1977. 0311 1977.
Okay, it's violent. The roar is one of the loudest I've ever heard. It just crossed the interstate.
they've already notified
Vehicles
Amber
did
of
not
the
get
power.
hit. Everyone was smart. It looks like they stopped on the west and east side. It is now south of I-70. It just hit another structure.
Wow, guys, look at that. The one right in the center. You look at it. You can see the disturbance below. That's on the ground, even though it's not connected.
About 100 yards to it.
It doesn't look connected, but it is. Damn it, we keep losing this. They're in a bad cell area.
Yeah, I can see it too. Drive through another rain and back of rain.
Like 44. It's got an like 10.
It's a very strong couplet. We're seeing the crazy colors in the middle there. And it also looks like we're looking into the sunset, at least from that lower right perspective. That's kind of cool. I wish that guy would move his camera. We're behind his Chiron at this point.
Caution foul. Probation.
Let's see who else we got on here.
6 foot, 140, black proud.
Oh, I've got him.
Valid duplicate cut.
Who do we not have? Is it him?
Full leash nets, large debris field, big time debris field. The Falcone. Visibility in 2 miles.
74 ton.
It's almost on top of me now. We're on 40, guys. See this thing from a long way off to the southeast.
Signal fire from the county car 12066 East 1800 Avenue, 12066 East 1800 Avenue, Effingham. Caller advised a tornado across the street, struck down. The roof is off of the home. Caller advised are trying to go inside, unsure if anyone.
We got a fourth shot of it now.
This thing's gonna head right for the freaking town there. Byways. Swing on me, guys. This vortex.
Off across the street, tornado touchdown. They're trying to go inside to figure out if anyone's in the home. Unknown at this time. Time out 2020.
Close to the shore, shot
Oh shit, it's gonna cross the road right in front of him. Look at this, guys. It's about to cross the road right in front of him.
I got eyes on that tornado. West tree. And towards I-70.
Oh shit, it took that house. Jesus. Pray for those people. Hopefully they were in a shelter.
There's a tree across the roadway, Shumway, 32, 33, what your name that?
You'll never forget. Look, you know what? I've done this. It's the thrill of the chase, man. Sometimes it's worth a little risk to get the thrill of the chase. Oh shit, it took their whole house. He's there. He's gonna go see. Go see if they're okay. This is StarShip Adventures. Scanner on the left, Storm Chasers on the right, ears, and then we are now watching Brandon Kopic, who is on scene. What is this thing doing? Yep. I'm going to move him over a little bit so you can still see. We've still got tornadoes on the ground here. We've still got a tornado on the ground. We're getting shots of that from Richard Sample. This is a virtual storm chase right here on StarShip Adventures. Welcome aboard for the adventure. All right, he's back on the chase. You have to check on people. There it is. It's right there. He's on it like flies on a turd. All right, that shot lower right, that is live, guys. This is a live shot. All right, we've got two dangerous tornadoes right now. Two. This is the first one. I think it's the second one also. Let me double check. Yeah, this is it. It's the same one. We got two PDS, particularly dangerous situation. This is the second highest level issued by the National Weather Service. The only thing higher than this is a tornado emergency, which they have not issued yet. This is a live storm chase. We call it virtual storm chasing right here on StarShip Adventures. This is live.
Location tornado.
Can y'all let me go?
Located northwest of Dietrich.
Can y'all let me go?
Towards I-70 and off of Mile 4. Northwest of Dietrich towards I-70 off of Mile 4.
Okay, the fireman told him I think they told him he could go around. Nice looking rig. All right, there we go. Here we go. Looks like it might be in a slight weakening phase.
Yeah, there it is. Right in front of us. Right in front of us. There it is. Found it. You got it.
Yeah, Pengalangalier. Yeah, I gotta tell you, that's one thing about these guys. Most of them are like that. They're good about that. Oh shit! Here we go. Here's another one. Brandon, he's come across a house all spread across the road.
Yeah, we could probably just sit here and let it go.
I was basically sitting here and went across.
Yep. All right, people are checking on them. He's going to see if he can get around.
Female 121107.
All right, he's going to go make sure they're okay.
Oh, here, I'm gonna flip it around.
And these guys need to watch behind them because there's additional warnings behind them coming. So this night is not over for these people.
9 update is now eastbound. 803 is now eastbound. Dietrich Black Top. Top 40 on Dietrich Black Top 42.9 kV 651.
Oh shit. There it is again. Look at that. It's coming down again.
Here's Clear Valid out of Franklin, Missouri.
It's not a wedge this time. It's a donkey dick.
Dude, we're starting to get the colors of the RFD wrapping around.
65 over range. 65 over range. Be clear of the 100. I'm going to continue eastbound.
All right, there we go. We got several shots of it now. All right, guys, welcome to those joining us. This is live continuous coverage. We've got 3 different things going on. We've got a large cold storage fire going on at a warehouse in Los Angeles, sparked by solar panels. We have a protest in Newark, New Jersey, protests at the ICE facility in Los Angeles, and we've got live storm chasers where we've got a tornado that was just on the ground moments ago. The storm chasers are now checking on homes and making sure people are okay that were struck by this thing. The tornado has gone back up in the clouds. They are continuing to try to watch it. Let me see what other storm chasers we've got underneath this thing. Let me switch a couple of these out.
I see it. Yeah, I think as we get closer, it'll... I don't know, it's wrapping a lot of rain in there.
King 1. 70 pounds 100.
We are virtually storm chasing a tornado that just went through northern Effingham in Illinois, and it is heading hard for the Indiana line here over the next hour. We've got a number of storm chasers on the ground, and we're going to continue to provide coverage on a multi-screen format. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name is Ian, and this is the channel StarShip Adventures on YouTube.
We got 2 of them. There's 2 dogs and 3 cats.
Yeah, I don't know about all this.
Just like
Here comes the comet.
Couple of fire departments, Macon County, on 1500 Avenue, 2100 Street, 1500 Avenue, 2100 Street, Southwest. Your power lines down, house blowing across the road, a leg injury. 10 on 10 line.
232 status.
Towards Rose Hill in Jasper County.
I see a road up here. I might turn and bail and let them go, and then we can go back to the other storm.
Yeah, it's even on radar. You can just tell the rain traffic.
Yeah, I can't even see it anymore in the stream, so.
Mark.
It's detached from the bottom, but it's still got ground contact.
This one is Troop 9.
oh, I thought that was debris. I was like,
Are you okay? It was now directly.
Wow.
Let me know and let me know as well. I'll come back.
100.
Is it getting left or is it?
Terrible idea.
What's happening?
Yeah, I know, right?
Dietrich towards Roseboro,
Jasper County. Trapped by you guys and want to get out. So.
Troop 9, PZ 651.
All right. West we go. Westward ho.
Land ho.
Good. Fellas. That was a top 5 tornado miles. That
How you
It's
got
coming
beat
back
off
down, but it's on its weakening stage. It's roping out.
And let's be honest, my first
Tornado
ones
crossed
were
quarter of a mile to my north.
So that's got to be up there. But this one,
Looks like we're in like a
that was
dust
a top 5
storm
tornado,
now.
I think, both in strength and visibility, for sure. So
Where did it go?
It lifted, sort of.
Okay.
So it would be like right in front of us.
Tornadoes at east, 1800 Avenue, and north 4000.
Oh, it's still down. It's still down.
Adobe
Look at
Acrobat
that.
AI Assistant helps me build trust with clients. With AI Assistant, I can find contract details quickly. Having
Oh, you
all
meant like literally right in front of us?
No, but it's right there. Wow. Got debris fall out here.
Tornado has lifted, officially lifted. No longer there.
what was that?
I can't tell. This is a
Oh yeah, look at all the debris coming out of the sky now.
out front. It's pretty severely damaged here.
Well,
Do you guys need help?
Are these houses okay? The ones that are here?
Yeah. South out of it? It's right up. It's got to be what we want to get destroyed.
If there was going to be a tornado, it would be just to our east right now, like barely to our east.
That hole is just south of Montrose. So, I don't know that I want to go north.
There's a lot of debris falling out of the sky right now. Little bits of trees and whatnot.
I forgot we were going to use
I mean, this storm, that thing is coming through, so it's not like it's going to go south of here.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Check the bathroom.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Oh, look.
14th and 13th, there's both large trees down and wires. I already put in the notes, just information for people trying to get through. 736.
Alright.
There's no city workers out here. I believe they're all tracking.
736.
They're not moving as
Wire is wide, traffic is crossing over.
This is way slower functions than they were supposed to be.
The current warning has been 45.
And that's miles per hour.
Yeah, right.
That is totally manageable. That's not 50 knots. That's not 50 to 60 knots at all.
I think the low-level jet got displaced to the north, and it's not as wild over here. And all the, you saw all the bulk winds were all in Indiana, all the stronger ones.
It's true.
So
I think these have both hit the boundary. I'm almost positive. Because they weren't really much, and I mean, they looked good on radar, but they weren't getting it done down low, and then bam, it was done.
I mean,
Bam, it did.
You know what's interesting about that is
Pontiac 736, I'll be out of my vehicle at 14th and Olive. With Hammering, 14th and Olive.
Yeah, I'm saying the boundary is here.
So
Yeah.
that's your answer.
These were all north of it, and then they crossed it, and bam, all of a sudden they've got vorticity to play with. It's surgers.
Right.
No.
Now the question is the Ramsey one going to do that, or is it going to keep going east?
USB-C.
That should already be. Effingham is.
Not necessarily.
Effingham is
Or USB-C.
One main, correction, 121 main, 2,000 Southport storage, 2 pounds for a gas main is leaking by the road.
Also, Effingham is east of south, too. It's not southwest like it's supposed to be. There's a lot of things going for these things, bro.
Probably could have stayed a bit closer to that, but I was worried about guiding south.
For now, I'm still on the chase.
Turn right
God, you see this other funnel still?
It's right there.
No, I lost visual of it. I cannot see it anymore, but the rotation would be closing in on Rose Hill.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I don't see nothing. It's pretty ragged at the moment.
I don't know. It could be somebody there for sure.
Next 107, possible 1050. Had a vehicle in the median at the 98 on 64 eastbound. 64 eastbound at the 98. Vehicle in the median. I'm turning around now.
Is there insurance information or anything?
Why is this guy flashing?
No, they continued south with a knife, continued east because the tornado crossed the road in front of us. But I took a left-hand turn to follow right behind the tornado, and they continued south.
City's got the road blocked off. There's power lines down. I've got a blue truck.
Alright, I'm getting back in the car, going to try and get to that Vandalia cell.
Oh, yeah.
Where is it? Right there. Lucio got a whole house being destroyed.
I wouldn't be surprised if it hit something just east of Totopolis, too.
You copy?
That's where the first touchdown was there.
Yeah, blue Nissan utility. Utility.
Hit my drive. T-minus 5 minutes.
Flying, and it was also farther away.
Brandon, did EMS show up there? Not yet, but it was mostly just a compound fracture, nothing critical. Ben was wrapping her up, and she's doing all right. The guy's okay. He's fine. We wrapped him up in emergency blankets, and just waiting on EMS to arrive, but they're not critical, so they're good. Ben's still there with them, so I'm going to move in position for this next storm. I asked him if he did anything. He said he was good, so I'm going to try and get back out ahead of this one to the west.
I was like, I know.
I will stop
Copy that, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm trying to get on this one west to Effingham.
That's getting dangerously low. I mean, I guess we're probably just going to let these things go by anyway and go home, but...
We'll see how it goes. I lost my Starlink, so I have no idea where that sucker went, but I'm surprised I didn't lose a back window.
50,000 feet yet, so...
Right. This weather one.
Okay, I just got my radio back. It won't stay on for some reason. What's going on?
Alright, I have Lightfoot.
So everything's good. Nobody needs any help that we know of. Correct. Everybody's accounted for. At the homes we've checked, no major injuries. We had some, I'd say, minor to moderate injuries. The compound fracture, for the most part, was the worst part. So, thankfully, nothing worse than that. I mean,
yes, initially.
First house I checked on 40 was empty, so.
It was like east of Teacher City.
Copy that. Thanks for the update. I'm glad nobody was too seriously injured. I'm sorry that I wasn't around to help
You can always control. It's not a big deal. There were plenty of hands on deck when we got over here, so that was the good news. We definitely didn't need more hands. Yeah, there was like 15 chasers there, so everything was under control.
Copy that. Good to hear. You guys going to that cell west of Effingham now?
Local Deer 1050.
Yeah, the Vandalia cell.
Flight declining.
On 7800 west.
Copy. Yeah, because of where I'm at, it's going to be about 40 minutes to get just to Effingham. Then I'm going to try to drop south.
Yeah, top. 594. Oklahoma 1594.
the GPS, and then I guess I'll try to get over to that new point, like Altamont or something like that.
From what I can tell, it looks like it's clear, but I could be wrong. And I got a semi trying to turn around or block the road. I don't know what he's doing.
Over H. Henry, Oklahoma specialty.
Guys, we've got 8 tornado warnings nationwide right now. 8 tornado warnings. Look at this mess. We've got another one way up here near Milwaukee, home of beer. We've got a little couplet right there just southeast of Walworth moving away from town. Where else do we got these things? There's no storm chasers on this one. We got one here at Franklin, Indiana. We've got another one here. Look at that little couplet right there, south of Cloverdale. All this moving east-southeast. Another one there, another one there. It goes all the way back. Look at this. Lots and lots of storms right now, guys. This is the one we're on right now.
Oh, there's a road. Well, that would be kind of close.
There just isn't a radar that's really that good right there. This is about the best one. That's a couplet again. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing drops one. This guy, Logan, is down here, but his screen is so dark I can't hardly see anything on it. We're running out of daylight. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, out of Effingham to Altamont. Yeah, do you think that'd be kind of too close to get there? No, Altamont. I think it's going to go south of Altamont. Just in front of me. So we need to get gas in Effingham.
Yeah, this whole thing is going to come over into Indiana. Much of it's already in Indiana. Franklin currently under a tornado warning. There's your couplet.
Wasn't there a gas station this side of Effingham, like a Casey's? I'm pretty sure it was off this road.
Sucks we're running out of daylight, unfortunately.
I'll pull off there. We can get gas and go to the bathroom quick. I mean, I can go full tank on this.
Man, we got a shitload of warnings right now.
I don't think you anticipated no. I don't think we anticipated driving on I-70 at any point.
Not have that in my big car.
I was gonna say I didn't send you anything.
For the mind doing I'm gonna have two videos in there. The first one's just gonna be my ground players because I was quicker, and then I have to do my drone, and then I'll just plop that in the same folder.
Yeah, I was requesting again. Evaluated.
Alright, we got a tree across this road.
I'm coming up right behind you. Is it like huge? Can we pull it out of the way maybe?
Oh, come on, you can drive over that shit.
I mean, I got my chance on it. You can pull it out of the way.
Oh, that was you. I thought JD said that.
but it looks like I-57's clear coming back up to Montrose. Get up that way, but I was basically sitting right next to the house when it blew apart.
Radio traffic
I've
will
seen
broken.
with the injured people, superficial injuries, not like threatening broken.
The house still has power.
They were more
He
concerned
checked
about
out.
that animal.
He's plenty of head pain. He's got slight cuts, possibly glass in his mouth.
Hopefully it's not too much longer. I'm on the other side of the road. There's a 30-foot tree laying in the road. The bulldozer just arrived to clear the tree.
Hey, hello, are you?
Get there soon after.
74 from 58.
Good.
I was just updating the TE chat when you came in.
Coming up the road
Trying to
here,
get
we
back
got
to my
runs down in the road.
57 next door.
Distance for that?
Yeah, I'm still sitting on the side road that leads to that house. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. If I'm going to take front, I might as well keep in front of it, but I'm not going to see it right now.
I have to go west anyway to get to Denver, so it's on the way.
Mm. 14th and Jackson, 14th and Jackson. Multiple power lines, multiple trees down. I just cleared the scene. Cameras on scene now.
Any tornadoes down on either cell that we know of right now?
Eastbound lane, approximately mile marker 90.
Hey, Carlotta.
Out with a car near accident, and the driver sustained some type of facial injury. The remains flying EMS and time 22:43.
So we've been on here, Effingham cell, but now I don't see it. I think it may have. Copy that. Yeah, I gave up on here trying to keep up with that. I'm trying to get on this last one to the west.
All right, for those just joining us, storm chasers are in your right ear. Police, fire, and EMS scanners from the affected area in your left ear. We've got four different situations. Upper right, protests in LA, anti-ICE. Upper center, protests in Newark, New Jersey at Delaney Hall, anti-ICE. Upper left and left center. That is a fire that's now, I believe, under control. The top view is earlier and the bottom view is live. And that is a large cold storage warehouse fire in Los Angeles. So lots going on. Plus, we are chasing storms tonight. We've got tornadoes in Indiana and Illinois, and we have been watching them. We've gotten some really good shots of some tornadoes earlier. However, night has fallen, and so has the debris on the roadway. And so that's kind of where we're at right now. As you guys know, storm chasing gets a lot more dangerous and a lot less fruitful after dark. Hey, Victor, what's up, buddy? Man, I am tired tonight. Oh, goodness.
Report status.
King 1 Sierra. Can you confirm which utility company is coming for this?
Negative on power lines active over here.
There it is. We've got an observed tornado. This one is now an observed tornado. There is no storm chasers, no cameras. Let me make sure my cameras are all on. I don't. Yeah, they weren't on. Let me turn the cameras on. Well, still nothing. That's a hell of a couplet there. That's an observed tornado.
Is anyone busy, not outside the vehicle at the moment?
I'm in my vehicle and not necessarily busy. What's up?
Can you check Twitter and see if anybody mentioned anything about rear-ending another storm chaser?
They need to leave.
I mean, yeah, he kept going south. I was going east at the tornado because the tornado crossed right in front of me, and the intersection where I turned left is where the tornado was going to the left, and they just continued south.
Copy, I'll pull up Twitter, but I really don't follow many people, so I might not actually see it.
Copy. Sarah Kasavan was right there, not far. She was with that SUV. That was a dark-colored Forerunner, kind of exactly like DL's, but it was a lighter. It was like a dark green color or something like that. That's attack too, just in case somebody needs to talk on any of these Title 1 storms. We're at 7 minutes out from uploading video.
All right, this one has now gotten past our last two storm chasers. So this one's now out on its own. All these guys are kind of holding back because I think they're waiting to see what happens behind it here.
It's short but sweet.
Yeah, see, they're watching this one here, but there's not a lot of rotation in that one right there. There's some. Let's get a closer look on the inside of this one. Yeah, there's a couplet forming here. That's why they're all loitering around. They're hoping that will turn into something right there. But it is tornado warned. It just got re-upped. And there you go. Up to 1 inch hail. Radar indicated tornado. Oh, there we go. We just got another siren. That's going to be for this one here. This is going to be observed tornado. That's going to be an observed tornado and now a PDS. They have now issued a particularly dangerous situation on this one. It's heading right into Hindustan. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hindustan. Take cover. This is going to be bad. We've got, and that's in Indiana, Hindustan, Indiana, just south of Turkey Track. We've got a major couplet now coming into your area, and you take cover below ground. This is going to be well north of the Bloomington Metro. It is going to be crossing the highway here before long, and then into Hindustan.
What's your location? Because I got power lines down up to the east of me.
This is observed, and it's a PDS, particularly dangerous situation. Again, this is the second highest warning that can be issued, and it's going to come right through there. Beyond that, it's going to come right near Fleener, maybe just to the north of Fleener, and then what is that? Trevelick and Point Idlewild. Point Idlewild. These names sound like they're from Star Wars or something. But yeah, there's our couplet. There's our tornado. It is observed tornado. We have no storm chasers on this one. Yep, that's this one now. They've issued a new particularly dangerous situation for this one because it's about to go outside of the first box. Well, thanks, lovely love. I appreciate that. Well, I wouldn't say they've never had them. This area gets tornadoes fairly frequently. All right, I'm checking for more feeds. The fire's under control in LA, so I'm going to use those screens for other things. This is a current protest going on at City Hall in LA, I believe it is. And the top left window is Capitol Hill. It says Seattle protest to stand against hate protest. There is a bunch of people there too. I'm not sure what's going on, but there you go. Oh, I just heard my mama kitty. Yeah, Victor, they released some of the information and a trailer for Star Trek Strange New Worlds. It's already been leaked that there's going to be a Muppet episode. I don't know if these assholes can soup any lower. They had a musical episode, a fantasy episode, a bullshit episode, and now this next season we're going to have a Muppet episode. I wonder if Captain Kermit the Frog's going to be there. And First Officer Mrs. Piggy. Yeah, this pisses me off. They just continuously shit all over Gene Roddenberry and shit all over Star Trek, and they do it on purpose. I hate those people. Alex Kurtzman, you're a hack. Yes, and I am covering, I think I mentioned this programming note for October. Yes, we're already planning October. I have moved my vacation up 1 week. Last year, we took the third week in October. That meant I was gone for all of Fantasy Fest. I covered the last night of it, and that was it. And there's been a lot of demand for Fantasy Fest because it's a fun time. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of funny things to look at and laugh at, and it's just a great time. I personally like it. I think it's a fun time. And so I've moved my vacation from the third week in October to the second week in October. I'm still going on vacation. You're still going to have to put up with a week of weird oddball shows. But I will be back in time to do Fantasy Fest for the entire week. And so we will be covering Fantasy Fest for the whole week. That doesn't mean I won't do other news woven in. That doesn't mean if we come in and there's breaking news, obviously we'll cover that also, or we'll cover that instead, depending on what it is. But yeah, Fantasy Fest, it's a lot of fun. I used to cover it with Carlotta a couple different years on her channel, on Carlotta's channel, Carlotta Alata, at Carlotta Alata. And we had a lot of fun over there. Covering those, I would co-host for her and do the production side, and we would have a lot of fun. Well, this last year I wanted to cover it, but I was up at my cabin. When I'm there, I don't have the bandwidth to cover it. I can't do it. So, but this year we will be doing it. It'll be fun. So yeah, every night we're going to go on and cover Fantasy Fest. I'll go on probably around 9 like I always do, and we'll just cover that. I find Fantasy Fest to be a lot more interesting and a lot more fun than Mardi Gras. Believe it or not. And the cameras are better, which that makes a big difference right there when you're doing a live show that involves cameras. Obviously, if someplace has good cameras, that's probably the place you want to be. Hi, Mama. All right, so these guys are hanging back around Effingham. There's Freddie McKinney. Oh, he's got a lowering there. Let me put him up here. Freddie McKinney's watching a lowering right now. And a matter of fact, these guys are done, so let me just do this. He's watching this one right here. It's got a bit of a lowering there. What you doing, Mama? Yeah, KW is better. Yeah, I'm not sure if you were responding to me or somebody else. I'm not sure where that's at or what that is. Yeah, Fantasy Fest. Fantasy Fest is a lot of fun. Some people think it's a gay thing. Some people think it's a cross-dresser thing. Some people think it's a cosplay Halloween thing. Some people think it's a nudist thing. Some people think it's a LGBTQIA2S plus thing. Some people think it's just people having a good time thing. And guess who's right? Every single one of them's right. That's right. It's one of those things. It's a completely acceptant. It's a place where you can go and do whatever you want and be completely accepted. And so yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see here. Mardi Gras. I was wanting to go to Mardi Gras for the longest time. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a lot of fun like it used to. Fantasy Fest. I'd much rather go to Fantasy Fest. Fantasy Fest is in the Keys on Duval Street, and there's about 8 cameras down there. So we're gonna have a big screen right on the street where we can see all the costumes right up front. Or lack of costumes. I've never got hit for the nudity yet. I can't believe it, but there will be a certain amount of nudity. But it's incidental nudity. It's not sexual nudity. That's the difference. On YouTube, you're allowed some incidental nudity as long as it's not sexual in any way. It can be allowed. So we've never gotten, neither Carlotta or myself have ever gotten in trouble for just broadcasting what happens right on the street corner there, and it's a lot of fun. You see lots of body paint, lots of nothing but body paint. It's a fun time. The cops are really cool out there. People have a great time, and then there's usually a few things that happen towards the end of the night, a fight or whatever. It's been a lot of fun covering it, and then of course Friday and Saturday nights are the big nights, and we're going to be covering those as well. I may miss the first Friday night to kick off. But that next Saturday, I believe we will be staying in a hotel room somewhere in North Florida. And so I should be able to do the full coverage starting that Saturday. And then it will go all the way through the week to the following Saturday, and then Sunday, and then it's over. It's more like an adult spring break. There's not many underage kids at all walking around after 9 o'clock. It's mostly all adults. Lots of college age, but also lots of older folks. It's the Keys. You've got lots of swingers and all different folks that like different extravagant lifestyles and all down there cosplaying, dressing up, walking around. It's a lot of fun. And so I guess it's, yes, there is a parade. There is a parade. It's that second Saturday. There'll be a big parade, and we'll cover that live, multiple screens. It is spring break-like, except it's an older crowd. It's just skewed a little bit older, and you'll have even older folks there, too. It's just, like I said, it's a lot of fun. Yep, it's a good deal. Okay, so anyway, that's that. I plan on doing that this year for sure. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's see what we got going on here. This whole thing is leaving these guys. This is the next one. It just passed this person, Freddie, and now the next people coming up is Brad Arnold. There he is. He's sitting there waiting on it. Oh, we got an alert. All right, this one's on the ground again. Somebody spotted this one. And this one here is a PDS, particularly dangerous situation. That's weird. This one right here, PDS. And this one's heading towards Fruitdale. Cornelius Fruitdale. And then eventually probably passing just south of Spearsville. Yep, it's down in the Keys on Key West. All right. All right. Let me see what we got for news. Things are finally quieting down here. So let me see what we got for news here real quick. I'm not feeling well, so I'm going to bow out here in just a little while. All right. Tropical Storm Arthur is continuing through Texas. Brings excessive rainfall, especially for Louisiana. Lots of heavy rain, lots of flood warnings issued for both Texas, eastern Texas, and Louisiana. And this storm is expected to dump over the next day additional inches of rain. Okay, I don't see anything there. All right, I'm checking the news feeds real quick to make sure we haven't missed anything. The strait should be open at this point. Gas prices are coming down. I fueled up, what was it, late yesterday. And we were up to the highest I fueled was 445. And I fueled for 362, 365, something like that. It was in the 360s. So we've gone down what seems like about 90 cents. in the last week or two. So that's good. That needs to go a lot further. We need to, the only way to win this midterms is to get the gas prices back down fairly low. Teen has been killed after a horse-drawn carriage bolts and flips near a popular tourist destination. What a mess. And they'll need to check, you know, we had a situation at the fairgrounds here at the Southwest Florida Lee County Fair one year where there was a family on the back of an elephant. You know how they got the big, like, thing on the back of the elephant, and there was like there was a mom and 3 kids sitting on the back of this elephant, and all of a sudden the elephant went ape shit. I mean, this elephant went absolutely ape shit. And it started running, and I was on the way down there in an engine. I was in an engine. The fair had only been open for like an hour. I was bringing down the secondary engine so we would have an engine down at the fair. And I pull up to the gate, and as I pull up in the gate, I hear him screaming on the radio about some elephant, this and that. So I pull up in there, and I stop to turn the lights on. I get out, and there they are. This elephant ran off into a lake and was getting rid of this family off of its back, which it successfully did, and the family was rescued, and there was no injuries. But as the elephant exited the water, I look over at my engine that I had parked over there, and I noticed that one of the other lieutenants, I won't mention his name, I was a lieutenant at the time, one of my co-workers from another shift who was on duty at the fair that day, went and grabbed their Kermanel rope, which is rappelling rope, basically, a 300-pound rappelling rope, out of the side bin, and he starts tying a big loop in it. And he starts running towards this elephant. At this point, the elephant is kind of running through the crowd like a slow gallop, and everybody's running, and he's crushing everything he runs into, and he starts running down the road. Now he's in the middle of the road. So I go back to the engine, and I'm idling the engine to follow him, and I noticed that that lieutenant out there, he's chasing this thing with this rope like he's going to lasso it or something. I don't know what's stupider, thinking he's going to lasso it or wondering what the hell he's going to tie the other end of it to. There ain't nothing out there but portable trailers. He'll take about 4 of them with him. He bumped into an elephant ear-shaped elephant ear stand. The elephant did. You can't make this shit up. Burned the lady inside. That was the only injury from the incident. The lady got oil splashed on her arms. She was cooking elephant ears when the elephant struck. And nobody bothered to tell this elephant, dude, they're not real elephant ears, I swear to God, okay? We just call them that. So finally we get him up behind the Civic Center, and I walk up to Pat, and I said, look, stop, dude. Stop right now. What are you doing? And he says, we've got to stop that thing. It's going to kill somebody. I said, the best way to stop the damn thing is to stop chasing it. It thinks it's being chased. It's an animal. Stop chasing it. I said, second of all, you're not going to get that rope around its neck. Third of all, if you got the rope around its neck, what are you going to tie it to? And fourth of all, a 300-pound rope is not going to stop a 3-ton elephant. So it kept walking over behind the Civic Center, and we slowly just kind of walked behind it, real calm, talking to it like everything's okay. And it worked its way over to where it was in this like area behind the Civic Center that nobody was using. It was like where the burn pile and all that is, behind maintenance. We get him back there, and we just get him to calm down. And the owner showed up and went over and started talking to him and calmed him down and walked him back to his thing. Well, the moral to the story is everybody wanted to blame that man and that man's animal for almost killing that family and for, almost trampling people in the fair. They found a wound on his back. He was shot by a .22 or a really strong BB gun. And that's why he went berserker. It had nothing to do with the elephant or the owner. And trust me, you get shot in the ass, you're going to run around too. And so the moral to the story is, don't always just assume what's going on is what's going on. That elephant did not go crazy and try to kill a family. That elephant was shot in the ass by a human, and that's what caused the whole thing. Elephant ears are awesome, man. I love them. Gas 365 in Port Smith. That's good. We'll be back down to 2 something before long. It's coming. We're down 90 cents from peak right now. Just remember, when gas prices go down, it's not news. All you ever hear about is the gas prices going up. Downtown Seattle lost 30,000 jobs. Yep, downtown Seattle. Very liberal, very blue, very horrible Seattle. Oh, for God's sake. These autoplay shit. I can't stand things that autoplay. Downtown Seattle has lost 30,000 jobs, billions in office value since 2020 payroll tax, according to a new report. The Downtown Seattle Association analyzed differences between Seattle and neighboring city Bellevue. A new report from downtown Seattle claimed that Seattle lost thousands of jobs and significant property value in the years since implementing the Jumpstart payroll tax. Monday's report compared Seattle's status with the neighboring city Bellevue, which has no comparable payroll tax or social housing tax, and found that while Seattle's workforce and property values have shrunk, Bellevue's has remained resilient. Duh! The leftist plans never work. Since 2020, what we have seen in downtown Seattle is not a jump start, but instead a slowdown, according to the report. Since being implemented, downtown Seattle has lost around 30,000 jobs, an office vacancy rate of 32% in downtown core, and more than $10 billion in complete office value has been lost to the city because of this payroll tax that they put in place. When you start taxing people, people leave, because there's states like Texas and Florida where we don't do that shit. There's no hidden taxes in Florida. There's no rich tax. There's no bullshit tax. There's none of these taxes. It's very straightforward. And there's no income tax. And we're getting ready to get rid of homestead property tax. I'm telling you guys, when conservatives run everything, you prosper. You absolutely prosper. Of course the commies want to stop capitalism. That's exactly what they want. Because, see, capitalism works. So if you don't like capitalism or you don't want capitalism, you have to stunt capitalism. You have to damage capitalism. You have to downplay capitalism and lie about capitalism in order for people to not like capitalism. Because the truth is, capitalism has freed more people. It has pulled more people out of famine. It has pulled more people out of poverty than any other system of government ever, all combined. Okay? Capitalism works. In a capitalist society, everyone eats. Right down to the poorest person eats. Look at these communist societies. They all starve. They all freeze to death in the winter. It's ridiculous. Commies hate capitalism because it works. In addition to having no payroll or social housing tax, that city next door I told you about, Bellevue, also has a similar property tax millage rate compared to Seattle in 26. This, the DSA report claimed, presented Bellevue as a far more favorable environment for businesses to move to. Congratulations, you just learned a really valuable lesson here. When comparing business tax burdens to broader tax trends, in Seattle and in Bellevue, the contrast is clear. Bellevue's more favorable tax climate has made it increasingly more attractive to employers and to investment people relative to Seattle. It's true. The employees go away, the employers go away, the investors go away. When all that happens, you're done. But see, they're stupid. They always double down on stupid. In a comment to Fox News Digital, Seattle's very, very, very smart mayor, Katie Wilson, defended the city's jumpstart payroll expense tax as a bedrock for Seattle's resilience during hard economic times. Really? This is a story about how you suck and your city sucks because of all this. And her comment is, see, my city's actually good because of all this. It's ridiculous. These people just say whatever they think. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, I'm trying to see if there's any new information on this.
Right now at 6, a massive fire sending flames and a huge plume of black smoke into the air in Boyle Heights. I'm David Ono.
I'm Giovanna Lotta. The fire and smoke seen from miles away.
I can tell you this is a very unique situation because of the size of this building. Again, 1,000 by 500 foot.
The fire started around 2:45 this afternoon, and it looked like crews were close to putting it out at one point, and then it really took off around 3:15.
Firefighters were just starting to get a handle on one part of the building. Right behind them, a whole other situation has developed, and now this entire building has been compromised.
The LAFD telling people nearby to close all doors and windows and limit activity outside.
It looked like a small fire. It didn't look too big. We thought it was going to be like a normal fire, and fires all the time. But yeah, we came to drop a friend off, and it just started getting more dangerous by the time.
We're also learning more about the business that caught fire and how the building's roof has burned before. We have live team coverage. And welcome. Things look better right now at this hour. In fact, officially, we have been told that the forward progress of the fire has been stopped. The fire has been burning for about 3.5 hours.
The cold storage facility is on South Los Palos Street and Noakes Street in Boyle Heights, and a shelter-in-place order remains in effect for that immediate area. Let's begin our team coverage with Chris Christie in Air 7 over at Chris.
That's right, Giovanna. About 50% of this building's roof has been completely scorched as we go into hour number 3 of this firefight. It started before 3 o'clock, and when we first arrived on scene, we were paying particular attention to the patch of solar panels right there, right above the lineage sign on the right side of your screen. There were firefighters on the roof near the edge of the building putting out the fire that had developed within those solar panels. within a few minutes of that, shortly after about 3:10 or so, a giant fireball was formed right behind them in the middle of the east half of that building, where you see it kind of buckling up there. And this fire really took off after that, producing a plume of black smoke over the entire area of East LA, the likes of which I have never seen in this part of LA. Just a giant, thick black pyrocumulus cloud blanketing this part of town. The firefighters immediately evacuated the roof of the building. They came down the ladders and took a much more defensive posture. And as they got their resources in place to stack up their ladder pipes, they also dispatched several firefighting helicopters, a very rare occurrence within the city, where you fight a structure fire with air resources, but that's exactly what they did. They probably made about a dozen or maybe even more precision water drops, about 480 gallons each, and were able within an hour or so to get a handle on this fire without the roof caving in. It is a remarkable sight when you think about the fire that we've witnessed over the last couple of hours, and we can say that that roof has still survived, which means the contents underneath that roof have likely survived, and all of the flammable materials within this building are not up in flames as well. To say that another way, this could have been so much worse. Essentially, you've got a couple thousand solar panels that are up in flames, and that's basically about it. How much of the building is actually salvageable will be a whole nother question entirely, but a lot of work to be done here as they spend the rest of the evening mopping up this 91,000 square foot building fire here in East LA. Reporting live from Air 7, I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, those water drops really did the trick. A remarkable job by firefighters. Eyewitness News reporter Leanne Suter now is on the ground with what she's seeing there. Leanne.
David, as you heard Chris Christie just say, the forward progress of this fire has been stopped. That is great news, especially for the crews that have been out here battling this all afternoon. Take a live look over my shoulder here and you can see what we are seeing. There is very little smoke coming from the top of that building. A little bit on the far corner down on the east end here, but for the most part we are not seeing that thick smoke pouring off the top of the building, and that is great news. As you heard Chris also talking about, when this fire broke out this afternoon, it started within those solar panels and then quickly spread throughout much of the field of solar panels covering the roof. Essentially, that entire roof is covered in solar panels, and the fire department says it created a situation that was simply too dangerous to keep the crews on the roof, and that's why they went into a defensive structure, or defensive mode, I should say, and they moved all of their firefighters off of the building, made sure that they evacuated all of the nearby businesses as well, evacuated this area because of the concern that that fire could quickly spread into the building itself. But amazingly, it did not. It stayed, it appears, right within those solar panels. It did not go through the roof at this point. Now, LA City Fire is currently bringing in its hazmat and urban search and rescue teams to go inside the building, and that is because of the risk of ammonia. Because this is a cold storage facility, there was ammonia lines running throughout that building to make sure that they could keep the area cold. And almost instantly, as soon as they knew what this facility was, as soon as they knew about this fire, that's when they shut off the ammonia. They also made the strategic decision to bring in their helicopters, which was key.
Our defensive attack then led to a totally unique operation that the Los Angeles Fire Department decided to do, and that was the use of water dropping helicopters. Because the nature of this fire was solely on the roof involving these solar panels, and it was creeping along almost like a brush fire would in a topographical area with grass, we decided to use water dropping helicopters to stop the majority of this fire from spreading throughout this building.
And those precision drops really were the key to their firefight and being able to give them the upper hand, and now bringing this blaze under control. Officials now trying to make their way into the building just to assess the structural damage, if there is any. But they believe at this point everything has simply been contained to the solar panels on top of the roof of the cold storage facility here in Boyle Heights. Live in Boyle Heights, Leanne Suter, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Leanne, thank you. And firefighters making a lot of progress over the past hour or so, but concerns about air quality are still impacting people in the surrounding neighborhoods.
Our Witness News reporter Abigail Velez joins us live now after hearing from some of the people who live in that area. Abigail.
Yeah, hey David, Giovanna, we're right across the street from that building that was actively on fire, but it feels like a massive sigh of relief for these neighbors. Even though we can still see these firefighting helicopters in the air, you can hear them. In fact, at one point we felt them actually drop on us. These neighbors here are saying, thank God it's not going to spread over to our house. But the new concern is, of course, what is happening in the air. It's a concern for them, but yet many of them still out and about today. They see that there's not this thick black smoke in the air anymore, so they feel comfortable to come outside. You can probably see some of them coming out of their homes, all of the neighbors talking to each other, talking about what it is that happened to them earlier today. It was horrifying, they said, to see this smoke billow into the air. At one point, we spoke to a man who said the smoke was green, and that's how they knew it was chemically filled, and that is a major concern. But a lot of people coming out of work, many of them coming home to find this massive response from first responders. But it was a much bigger scene earlier when these evacuation notices were in place, when they could see and they could smell the smoke. It was a scary sight when most of this neighborhood cleared out. But we did speak to one neighbor who did not want to clear out. Take a look at what he said.
When it got real serious is when all the smoke turned like a greenish, all the pneumonia that popped off up there. So all the smoke turned green, and I just started filling up over here. So they started evacuating everybody out of the neighborhood. But I stood behind. I was like, I'm not gonna, whatever ash or whatever's coming down, I'm not gonna let it burn the house. So I was up on the roof, wetting it down with the water hose, and I stood up there maybe about 40 minutes, just making sure that whatever's falling this way doesn't catch anything. I was even wetting my neighbor's roofs just to make sure they're good.
Yeah, that was a real heroic act, although it is recommended that everyone stay masked in this area and, of course, take heed of evacuation notices. But a lot of people in this area felt the same way, that they thought, you know what, it may be better just to stay back. That reason being is because they're elderly. Many of the elderly here obviously do not have smartphones to get these alerts that they must clear out of the area. We have younger grandkids who showed up here at their grandparents' houses saying, did you know what's going on just across the street? We also heard a lot of frustration from some people. Some of them saying, we can't believe that this is happening again, saying that this happened not too long ago, and they're also concerned again about the air quality. But what I can say is that they are so grateful for the firefighting efforts. One thing we heard over and over again, Leanne Suter just said it, it is the firefighters in the sky with these precision drops that really came to save the day. These neighbors here saw it, they felt it, but for now, that's what I have in Boyle Heights. Reporting live, Abigail Velez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Abigail, thank you for that report. 2 boys were caught on a bridge near the...
Okay, so there we go. That's the latest on that fire. It's currently under control. You can see there it was solar panels that were burning. And so they went, that building tried to go completely green and run everything on solar panels, and now it's ended up costing them everything. Hopefully the building is okay. There was one spot in the roof there that looks like it was depressed. But that's a huge building, so hopefully a lot of it is salvageable. Hopefully the building itself is salvageable. All the panels that were not involved in the fire would also be salvageable as well. You know, a dangerous thing when you're up on a roof like that, you got to remember those solar panels are still working. And when you're walking through all that debris and those wires and everything, you could easily run into charged wires up there, because those panels will work unless they get so badly damaged that there's no longer a looped connection going through them. Yeah, give us some likes, guys. We need 24 more. Victor, you're welcome. I love live streaming with you guys. I do it almost every night. I just noticed something. Why did that app stop? There it goes. All right, so no PDSs right now. This is about the worst one we've got right here. And this is just south of Nashville. Now, before you wonder why it's just south of Nashville, that's Nashville, Indiana. Yes, you're right, Deploribus. Yeah, that's a dangerous situation between all the chemicals. Solar panels put off some really nasty shit when they're burning. Then you also have, like you said, the water and shock hazard, the slip and fall hazard, the roof collapse hazard. It was not a fun day for those guys, but it looks like they all got out of it. Looks like no injuries. These guys are right on this. It's at night, dude. You can't see tornadoes at night. It sucks. And if you don't have a lot of lightning, you have no hope at all. Yeah, it is under control. And they might have saved enough that they can save a lot of the building, hopefully. Yeah, okay, so that's cool. So let's look at what else is going on real quick, guys. I'm running out of steam. Of course, it's 10:39, so I've almost got my time in anyway. I did go on 15 minutes early. I'm at 2 hours right now. I'm at 1 hour and 58 minutes. Guys, it's noculescent cloud season. If you guys don't know what noculescent clouds are, they're clouds, they're moisture that is pushed so high in the atmosphere that it stays illuminated after it gets dark in your area. And so the clouds seemingly glow in the twilight. And so if you ever see that, it's called noculescent clouds, and it's like a glowing cloud in the sky, way up in the sky, and that's just simply water vapor that's been pushed a lot higher than normal in the atmosphere. Let's see, that occultation of Venus is happening across the U.S. today. People ducked into the shadows of the buildings and trees to block the sun. You could actually see a conjunction today between the moon and Venus in broad daylight. And people were actually able to see it. It was pretty cool. All right, so that's space weather. Another crop formation in the UK. It's the fourth formation of the year. Oh, I wish I knew what the truth was behind these. You know, they go out and check and there's no footprints. I mean, however they're doing it, I don't know if they're wearing like some kind of soft snowshoe or something to where they can pad around and you can't see where they're walking. But there's just a lot of anomalies there, that weird radiation readings and all kinds of stuff. Man, God, guys, I'm getting a hell of a headache. Oh. I'm going to go. Last call for chat, guys. Last call for chat. I've been on for 2 hours, and I've done my bit for God and Country tonight. I'm going to take a 10-8. I can't do any more. Last call for chat. Say good night, Mom. We're going to sign off. You going to say good night to everybody? Say good night, everybody. The Mom Kitty. Oh, wow. Thunder snow is pretty cool. Yeah, guys, I got a pounder. I got a pounding headache, and it's getting worse. So, yeah, I need to just sign off and go do my own thing here. I'm going to head to bed. Hey, no worries. I'll be back tomorrow night. So you guys have a good one. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth right here on StarShip Adventures. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good night, everybody. God damn this fucking phone. I hate it.